Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of March 2nd through the 8th. I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again. And so on Monday for you, Capricorn, what I have coming up is the Eight of Coins. Eight of Coins indicates work. So I see you guys working on Monday. Now, what you need to know, and some of you who have had readings with me do know that with work, that can be one of two things. That can be actually how you make your living, but it can also be those things that you do to improve your character. And I'm feeling like for you, Capricorns, this is coming in as something that you're doing to improve your characters on Monday. So I'm feeling like for most of you, this is actually working on clearing up some old bad habits, or maybe instilling some new good habits, or maybe a change of perspective, maybe an attitude adjustment that you're doing for yourself on Monday. I'm feeling like for 20% of you, this is talking about a new job, that you find out about an opportunity for a new job, or your application is accepted at a new job. There's some kind of forward progress for a new job. This only feels like about 20% of you, though. Everybody else, it really feels like you're doing some kind of character work on Monday. Now, Tuesday, what we have coming up is we have the Queen of Coins for you, Capricorn. Queen of Coins just tells me that you are feeling really good about where your emotions are. You're feeling like you're controlling your reactions to things very well. You're not letting yourself get triggered. I'm feeling like that's the biggest thing coming in for the majority of you Capricorns. The other thing that I'm seeing coming in, and that's interesting for a Queen of Coins, because that's usually Queen of Cups type stuff. But the other thing that I'm seeing coming in is I'm seeing a lot of you host or hostessing some kind of event on Tuesday. So this can be something that you're coordinating at work. Maybe you and the office are going out and having lunch together, or maybe you and the girls from the office, or maybe you and the guys from the office are going out and having lunch together. Maybe you're kind of the coordinator. But I see you as the host or the hostess of something. You could be actually having a dinner party at your house on Tuesday evening. You could be inviting somebody over for maybe like a diplomatic meeting or a business meeting, but I see you playing host or hostess. You're the one who is making people feel comfortable where they are whenever they come around. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you Capricorns on Tuesday. Now, on Wednesday, what's coming up is you have the Emperor, Capricorn. I like the Emperor. For some of you, you are the Emperor. For about 50% of you, you are the Emperor on Wednesday. That just means that you are taking control of things in your life. You're making decisions for yourself. You're not allowing other people to just stand up and speak for you. You're speaking for yourself. You're taking authority for your own life. For others of you, I'm seeing the Emperor is playing a critical role for you on Wednesday. The Emperor personality is somebody who is full of integrity, very, very high integrity. This is also a leadership person, so this could be a boss at work. This could be somebody in a high political place. But this is somebody in a leadership position who has high integrity. We are not talking about somebody who is corrupt here. We're talking about somebody who uses his position wisely and really honors the universe or God or the cosmos with his position. He tries to do things in an upright manner. So this is the type of personality that we're looking at, and this is somebody that's coming into some of your lives on Wednesday, Capricorn, and being some kind of significant influence. I do feel like for most of you, this is going to be somebody who really helps you to... For some of you, he's really going to help you to understand a certain situation that's going on in your workplace or in your family. And for others of you, it's going to be more that he's actually teaching you or training you on something that nobody else has really bothered to. Nobody else has actually seen the need to. And he kind of walks in and he kind of gets it and just helps you out right there. So that's what I'm seeing coming in on Wednesday for you guys. And then on Thursday, we have the Knight of Cups, in reverse. Now, Knight of Cups in reverse just means that Thursday you're going to be feeling pretty cynical. No rose-colored glasses for you. Thank you very much, Capricorns. Pretty cynical. You're going to have a hard time really with trusting people. There's going to be a situation come up where you're going to have a hard time trusting the other person in that situation. Just a lot of skepticism going on. This is really not the day that you're feeling your most centered and your best. So this probably is not the day to decide if you want to be involved in a particular situation or in a particular relationship. You kind of want to give yourself a chance to sort of cool off a little bit from that skepticism and kind of come back into a more normal and healthy place for you, and then start to reevaluate the situation and figure out, was that skepticism actually justified, or was it something that was an overreaction? All right, so that's your Thursday. And then Friday, what we have coming up for you, Capricorn, is the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man just tells me that on Friday you have a situation that you're just really not sure what to do with. This is a situation that no matter what outcome you try to give it, everything that you can imagine comes up with consequences that you really don't want to deal with. And so this kind of keeps you paralyzed. It keeps you from moving forward because you're not seeing a good way to move forward yet with this card coming up. Now, the advice on this card is that this is a really good time to slow down. It's a good time to meditate. It's a good time to listen to that calm, still inner voice and hear what that has to say, because the real wisdom comes from that quiet, still voice. So this is a good time to be listening to it, because there are solutions here. It's just that you're not able to see them right now. It's like you're too distracted and you're too much going in too many different directions, and you won't see the solution until you can calm down and be quiet and hear what that inner self has to say. All right, so that's what I'm seeing on Friday. On Saturday, we have Justice in reverse. This just means that somebody is evaluating you on Saturday. So Saturday, this could be a first date for many of you Capricorns, and the other person is just evaluating you as you go on the first date. This could be something going on in the family where somebody in the family is evaluating you. Maybe there was some kind of big incident, and now everybody's trying to figure out, okay, what really happened there? What's the real deal and what's the gossip? And this could also be, I guess for some of you that work on the weekend, this could be a situation at work where you're being evaluated. Also, if you have job applications out, this could be a situation where somebody is looking over your application on the weekend and really considering, well, what would this person be like as a part of our team? So this is just a card saying that somebody is evaluating you or looking at you, judging your actions and your outcomes and that type of thing. And so I see that coming in on Saturday. I do want to note here, though, I don't know if I've mentioned it for you guys before, but I know that whenever I'm looking at my Scorpio forecast, re-looking at it later on, a lot of times the things that I predict that happen like on a Wednesday, maybe they happen for me on like a Tuesday or a Thursday. So these are not always happening on the exact day. And I did have somebody else comment that the same thing was happening for her too, when she looked at hers. So just realize that just if you don't recognize it coming in on Saturday, maybe it happened on Friday, maybe it's going to happen on Sunday, but it's in the energy, and it's in the energy around that day. What I do before I started these videos is I ask Sacred Spirit to give me the messages that the majority of the people in the signs for the videos that I'm doing would need to hear. So if you're not in that majority, then things may be a little bit off, or some things may not apply. Not everybody can always be in the majority all the time. So bottom line here is this is a general reading. If you want a specific reading, you would really want to get a private reading. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Slight commercial interruption there. Moving on to Sunday, we have the Fool coming up in reverse, and the Fool in reverse really talks about having a situation, Capricorn, where you really know that you know how to deal with this situation. The trick is that knowing is not logical. You're not even sure where that knowing comes from, but it just feels so right. But since it's not logical, it's very hard to justify, and it's very hard to tell your friends about it and expect them to support you because, once again, hard to justify. So what I see happening here on Sunday is you have a situation that you know how to handle, but instead of doing what you know that you should do, you let logic box you in. And you let logic hold you captive. So you're not doing that thing that you know you should, and you're kind of missing out. Well, forget kind of. You are missing out on what Spirit holds for you whenever you disregard that kind of knowing, because that kind of knowing comes from Spirit. So my hope is that for you Capricorns that see this ahead of time and recognize that coming in, that knowing, when you recognize that, And when you see yourself kind of starting to falter and fall into that logic instead of that knowing, that you'll remember this reading and you'll say, you know what, no, I'm not going to miss out. Spirit is giving me this knowing for a reason, and I'm going to honor that. So if you can do that, that's the beginning of a wonderful journey. It just really is. So there you go for the week, Capricorn. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, please feel free to check out my website. I do more than psychic tarot. I also do spiritual healing as well as mediumship work. So check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you're there and you've poked around a little bit, if you still feel like I'm the best person for you to work with, then feel free to contact me. We will set up a session for you as quickly as possible. And for everybody else, I will see you all next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.